Well, hi again there, everybody, and we're back for more action. We have the Colt 45s in town today against the New York Mets. It's going to be Bob Ojeda on the mound against George Burnett. Take a quick look at the standings first, and in the National League, the Mets now 4.5 games behind the Dodgers. Here we come. Over in the American League, the Twins continue their winning ways. They have a 9-game lead over the Indians as they won again. And now we'll go straight into this one. Bob Lillis will lead this off for the Colt 45s. We've had a hard time with them as of recently, and there's something in that play-by-play about some sort of breeze or gust of wind, so we'll take a closer look at that in a second. There's a ball outside by Ojeda, 1-0. Yeah, the wind blowing right to left at 19 miles an hour. That ought to be fun. There's a ball outside, barely, 2-0. And there's a strike at the letters, 2-1. There's a changeup inside, it's 3-1. And that's hit foul, so it's a full count now on Lillis. Hit up the middle. It's a ground ball over to Tuffle. He throws to first for the out, 1 away. Bob Aspromonte now hits a foul ball over to the left side, 0-1. Takes the ball inside now, 1-1 the count. Little ground ball over to third, and it's going to be no play for Knight. Aspromonte has that one beaten now. Fast runner, and that'll bring up Al Spangler. It was a good play by Knight, but there's not much he could have done with that. I guess Santana could have gotten to that as well, but it was just placed in the right place. There's a ball in outside to Spangler, and then a strike, 1-1. Next pitch is a strike called at the letters, 1-2. And that's a ball just low, 2-2. That's high, full count. That's rocked over to right center field, and the Astros, or the Colt 45s rather, continue to hit us well. That's going to be a double at least. Looks like it's a triple for Spangler. He goes around to third, and this throw is nowhere near in time. And so the Colt 45s grab a 1-0 lead, and that'll bring up Roman Mejias. And we continue to struggle with them. Mejias hits a little floater into right field. Strawberry makes the catch. His throw over to the cutoff man as Spangler wasn't going anywhere. 2 away now, top of the first. 1-0 Houston. There's a ball inside to Carl Warwick. He hits the next ball over to center field. That's going to hang up there for Dykstra. Dykstra back in the lineup after that rest. So we go to the bottom of the first inning. It's a 1-0 deficit. The Colt 45s with the lead. Here comes Lenny Dykstra. George Burnett on the mound. Dykstra hits this one over the head of the first baseman into right field for a little puny base hit. And so the rest did Lenny some good. Dykstra now hitting .335. Burnett has a 2.47 ERA and a 2-3 record. I think he beat us before. Here comes Wilson. There goes Dykstra, and this throw hasn't beat. And he's thrown out trying to steal, and there's 1 away. 0-1, sorry, the count on Mookie. Now it's 1-1. And that's inside, 2-1 the count. Doubleheader in the first game starts at 5 o'clock at night. I'm not sure how that one works. 3-1 the count on Wilson. And there's a ball high, and so Mookie goes on base, and up comes Keith Hernandez. And first pitch in there goes Wilson, and he has this one stolen. There was no throw at all by Hal Smith. And so Wilson in scoring position with 1 out. Mookie now with his 29th stolen base. Hernandez is hitting .348 and has driven in 59. Let's make it an even 60. There's a ball low, 1-1. Fouled away, 1-2. Hit over to left, that's going to go foul, so it remains 1-2. Outside, 2-2. And that was a big hanging curveball that he tried to pull and ended up hitting it over to Malfitano. The second baseman throws to first, and there's 2 away. And here now is Darryl Strawberry with the runner on at third. Swing and a miss by Strawberry, 0-1. That slider. Strawberry's having a hard time with anything but fastballs. Swing and a miss to the changeup. It's 0-2. And this is hit foul to the first base line. 0-2 still. Foul ball again. Wilson on at third. Low and inside. 1-2 the count. And that's high, 2-2. Fouled away again, remains 2-2. Just fouled away. Swing and a miss, and down goes Darryl, and I think we could all see that coming. So the Mets threaten, but do not score. We go to the top of the second inning. It's a 1-0 lead for Houston. Here comes Norm Larker. He's hitting .285, and this is hit down the first base line, just foul. I'm surprised. It looked like it was going to be a fair ball. Ojeda, I didn't mention this, is 11-1 with a 2.34 ERA. I think he has about 10 complete games, but this isn't looking so good today. There's a base hit over to center, and that's going to be another base hit for Larker against Met pitching. And so we go to double play depth here against Al Smith. And it's Houston that gives me nightmares. There's a line drive over to left field. Wilson comes in and dives for that, makes the catch for the first out, 1 away. Here is Joey Amalfitano. Malfitano takes a strike in the outside corner, hitting 234, but he hits us well. And that's a ball. I thought he went around. 1-1. Fastball is low. 2-1 the count. This is hit up the middle for... Ooh, no, it's a great play by Santana, and he dives for that and makes the grab. I was sure there was a single, so 2 away. A great defensive play by Rafael Santana. Here comes George Burnett, and the pitcher takes a strike. And fouls 1 away. 0-2 the count quickly. Just fouled away. Still 0-2. Held up that time. 1-2 now. That's hit over to the first base side and foul. 1-2. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. So Ojeda gets that breaking ball over. Strike 3, and we go now to the bottom of the second inning. Mets down by 1. Here comes Gary Carter. Carter had a couple days off as well. He takes a slider inside for a ball. And there's a strike. 1-1 the count. Hit over to right. That's falling, but it's going to stay up, and it will be caught by Mejias. 1 away. Ray Knight now takes the ball inside. Knight is sitting 297 with 6 home runs, 27 driven in. He hits a foul ball again over to the right side. That's going to land out of play. 1-1 the count now on Knight. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Fouled away. Remains 1-2. That's hit over to the left side. That'll be a good play there by the shortstop Lillis, who throws to first. 2 away, and here comes Tuffle. Tuffle hits one over to center field. That's going to land in there for a base hit. A little floater up there. And that makes him the runner on at first here with Santana up at bat. And Rafael does his usual. It's a ground ball over to second. Malfitano fields that and throws over to first for the out. It's going to be the top of the third inning now. 1-0 still Houston. Here comes Bob Lillis. Ground ball over to short. Santana has it, and then he drops it. It'll be an error on Santana, and that allows Lillis to reach base again. And once again, here comes Aspromonte. We'll go into double play depth. I'm sorry, it was Aspromonte who was on base last time up. They all look the same to me, and there's a bunt back to Ojeda, and he throws over to first base, and it's a bad throw. Ojeda with his fourth there, and Lillis goes to third, Aspromonte to second, and that brings up Al Spangler. Now, we could walk him, or we could decide to pitch to him. I think we will walk him, so we decide to put him on with the open base, and that will bring up Mejias, and we will bring, I think, the infield in, try to cut off the run at the plate, and there's a strike to Roman. 0-1. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2. And there's strike 3 called. So Ojeda gets him on 3 straight pitches, 1 away. We'll go now here with the corners in, I believe, against Warwick and hope for a double play. There's a ball outside, 1-0. Ball inside now, 2-0 the count. That's a wild pitch. That's a pass ball, I'm sorry. Carter letting that one get past him, and that will put runners on second and third. It's a 3-0 count on Warwick. And there's a strike, 3-1. A little ground ball over to second. Tuffle fields and throws to first. There's 2 away, but it's a 2-0 lead now for Houston. Here comes Larker, takes the ball low. And a curve outside, 2-0. Swing and a miss, it's 2-1. So Carter with the big pass ball. And this is going to be a line drive base hit in the left field. 1 run scores, and here comes the other one. Wilson's throw is nowhere near in time. And now it's a 4-0 lead, and I'm not sure why this is the case. We've talked about this before, but the Colt 45s are the team that we can't beat. There's the strike to Hal Smith. I mean, we did beat them that game a couple days ago, and it was just barely. 2-1 the count now on Smith. For some reason, when we play these guys, we fall apart, and there's that was a strike outside. Full count now on Smith. This is fouled away. Count remains full. For some strange reason, he swings and misses, and down he goes. 2 errors, though, by the Mets and a pass ball that leads to all of those problems, and I'm not sure what it is. We go now to the bottom of the third inning, down 4-0, and this game's almost out of hand already. Here comes Bob Ojeda. You have to remember, Citi Field doesn't give you a whole lot of chances to get back into it. Ojeda takes the ball low. Swing and a miss is 1-1. There's another one inside, 2-1. There's a strike, 2-2. And there's a strike in there, strike 3. Ojeda stood there like a statue. 1 away, and here comes Dykstra. He had a single last time up. It's this one foul to the left, 0-1. There's a ball low, 1-1 now to Lenny. Fouled that one away, 1-2. There's a slider outside, it's 2-2. Ball 3 to him, so full count now on Dykstra. And he worked the walk, so that's another walk that Dijkstra has taken. That for Burnett is the 20th walk he's given up, and here comes Mookie. First pitch swinging, hits this over to center field. That's going to be a base hit, and Dijkstra stops at second. And here come the Mets, so something happening here, and this will bring up Hernandez. You have one guy with 44 steals on second, and a guy with 29 on at first, but you're down by 4. Here comes Keith. He'll take a strike in the inside corner. And then hits this one on a line over to short, but Lillis goes over and grabs that one, and that'll end it. So the inning ends there on a fantastic play by Bob Lillis. Go to the top of the 4th inning, still 4-0 Colt 45s. Here is Amalfitano. There is a ball inside to Joey. And a little ground ball over to second. Tuffle can't get to that one. He dives out and has no chance at it. It's going to be a base hit. Really poor play there by Tim Tuffle. That'll bring up George Burnett. I'm still considering having Backman play against lefties because Tuffle's played so poorly. Bunt back to the pitcher. Ojeda throws to first. He makes the play correctly this time, and there's one away. And here comes Amalfitano, who hits one right in front of the catcher, and Carter grabs that, throws to first. Hernandez has that for the out, 2 away. Here comes Bob Aspromonte. It's a foul ball to the left side, 0-1. And a strike, it's 0-2. And there's a ball outside, 1-2 the count. Fouled away, remains 1-2. Inside, 2-2. That is golfed over to center, and it'll be an easy play there for Dijkstra. He goes over and grabs that one for the 3rd out. We go now to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's still 4-0 Houston. Here comes Darryl Strawberry. Mets had sort of a chance, but not much happening. There's a strike to Darryl. Swinging and a miss, it's 0-2. And there's a slider that just misses. 1-2 the count. Ball inside, it's 2-2 on Strawberry. That's low, it's a full count now on Darryl. And he got all of that one, but it ends up being held up by the wind. Mejias grabs that for the out, 1 away. Here's Gary Carter. Hits this over to the left side, and that's through for a base hit. Carter will stop at first with that single. And that brings up Brain Knight. So the 4th hit for the Mets. There's another chance here. And Knight hits a little ground ball over to third. It's going to be a double play ball. And goes 3rd to 2nd to 1st, just like that. That's the end of that inning. That was fast. We go to the top of the 5th inning, and it's a 4-0 lead here for Houston. Here comes Al Spangler. Spangler 1 for 1 with that triple. He walked as well. He fouls one away. Takes the ball high, 1-1. That walk, by the way, intentional. There's a ball low, 2-1. Ball inside. It's 3-1 now on Spangler. And there's a ground ball over to Tuffle. He actually makes the play this time. Imagine that. Throws to first, 1 away. Roman Mejias now, and he hits one over to right field. Darryl Strawberry comes in, and he has that for the out, 2 away. Here comes Carl Warwick. There is a strike, a curve to Warwick, 0-1. And that's hit through, again, through Tuffle for a base hit. And Tuffle, really a defensive liability out there. Warwick with hit number 6 for the Colt 45s. And up now is Norm Larker, who takes the strike. Looks like they were trying to run Warwick. There's another strike on Larker, 0-2. Hit foul, 0-2 it remains. Fouled away again. We'll try one more time. There's a ball high, 1-2. Inside, 2-2. There's a ground ball over to Tuffle, and he'll go to first with this one for the out. And that does it here for the Colt 45s. So we go now to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's a 4-0 lead for Houston. Here comes Tim Tuffle. Tuffle hits a little fly ball over to right field. That'll be playable for Mejias, 1 away. Tuffle now is hitting 205. We're watching that average continue to dip down to below 200. There's a ball low to Santana and a strike. I guess Tuffle today 1 for 2, but has not been hitting well. Swing and a miss, speaking of not hitting well. 1-2 the count on Santana, and he hits this straight on the line to Aspromonte. That wasn't much of an animation. 2 away. Here comes Bob Ojeda. Here's a strike to Ojeda, 0-1. And a strike in there again, 0-2 the count. And there's a change up low. It's 1-2. Low again, 2-2. Ground ball hit foul, 2-2 it remains. Low, full count now. Hit foul to the left.
Strike 3.
There's strike 3 called inside half of the plate. I thought that one was a little bit close, but you look up at the box and it says no. That was strike 3. Go to the top of the 6th inning, and here comes Hal Smith. Ojeda pitching fairly well, but has given up some really bad base hits and some runs. There's a strike to Smith and a ball outside, almost the same place, 1-1. Ball low, 2-1. That misses again, 3-1 the count. And it's a ground ball over to first. Hernandez fields that, goes to the bag. There's one away. Malfitano now takes a ball inside. And a strike, 1-1. He's 1 for 2 today, is Joey. And there's a ball low, 2-1. Ground ball over to Santana, who picks it up and throws to first, 2 away. Here comes George Burnett. Fouled away by Burnett, 0-1. As popped up, it's going to be out of play for Strawberry. This is the animation I hate the most. Waste of time. 0-2 the count.
Strike 3.
And there's one right down the middle. And so Ojeda gets the strikeout. We go now to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's still 4-0 Colt 45s. Here comes Dykstra. See if we can get a rally going. And he goes around on that one for a strike. Dykstra 1 for 1 today with a walk. Fouls that away. It's 0-2. There's a ball low. 1-2 now the count. Inside, 2-2. There's strike 3. I don't know how you take that one. Right down the heart of the plate. 1 away. Here comes Mookie. Fouled away by Wilson. 0-1. Fouled away again. It's 0-2 on Mookie. And that's a ball just inside. 1-2. This is hit over to left field. It's going to hold up there. Easy play there for Spangler. 2 away, and here comes Keith Hernandez, who's 0 for 2. Takes the ball high, 1-0, and he made it out in a real clutch situation. 2-0 now the count. And there's a fastball low. It's 3-0 on Keith. And that's low for ball 4. So Burnett has walked 3. George Burnett has not pitched really all that well. We keep making him look good. Here's Strawberry, who fouls one away, 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Strawberry will always make you look good. There's another swing and a miss, and down goes Darryl. And so much for that. We go now to the top of the 7th inning, and it's a 4-0 lead for Houston. Here comes Bob Lillis. Takes a strike from Ojeda, 0-1. And there's a ball low, 1-1. Swing and a miss is 1-2. Changeup is low, just missing. Not sure how those other ones were called a strike. There's a little fly ball over to center. Dykstra has that one easily for the out, 1 away. Bob Aspromonte comes in there now, and he takes a ball low, fastball. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Hit over to left center. It's going to be caught there by Mookie Wilson, the left fielder, and there's 2 away. Al Spangler now. Ball outside to Spangler, 1-0. And there's a strike, 1-1 the count. Hit foul to the left, 1-2. Foul to the right now, still 1-2. Ball outside, 2-2 the count. Inside, and it's a full count now on Spangler. This is hit in the air to right. Strawberry goes over and makes this catch for the out. And so now we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. And it's a 4-0 lead for Houston. And up comes Gary Carter. There's a ball outside to Carter. Hits this over to center field. That is going to fall in there for a base hit. So Carter knows how to get base hits. Only the 5th hit of the game for the Mets. 2nd for Carter. And here comes Ray Knight. And there goes Carter. I think I hit the wrong button. And he steals a base. Defensive indifference, which is really weird when you're up by only 4. Runner on at second. 2-0 now the count tonight. He blasts this over to center field, but it's going to be caught there for the out. Warwick makes the catch. 1 away. Here comes Tim Tuffle. Takes a strike, in the outside corner. Tuffle hitting only 2 for 16 with runners in scoring position. And this is hit through the hole in the left side for a base hit. So make that 3 for 17. That's something. And that'll bring up Santana. Tuffle on at first, and Santana up there, and he takes the ball, 1-0. What I wanted to do, here we go. Swing and a miss, and that was a pretty poor decision as Tuffle is thrown out. So 2 away. Here comes Santana, try to hit and run. 2-1 now the count on Rafael, and there's a ground ball over to second. Talk about Tuffle not hitting well, but it's Santana who's been hitting poorly in all situations. Runners on base, nobody on base, doesn't matter. Going out of the top of the 8th inning, it's still 4-0 Houston. Here comes Roman Mejias. Fouled away by Roman, 0-1. That's hit, through Hernandez for a base hit. So the Mets give up another hit, 7th hit of the game for the Colt 45s. That will bring up Carl Warwick. We go to double play depth, and there's a strike to Warwick, 0-1. Screwball low, 1-1, and there's a pitch inside, 1-2. Outside with the changeup, 3-1. I'm sorry. Should have said 2-1, not 1-2. There's a little line drive over to left field that falls in front of Mookie Wilson for a base hit, and that'll bring up Norm Larker with 2 men on. We'll go to double play depth, but Ojeda probably not going to be very long for the day. Ground ball over to second. Tuffle goes to Santana for the force, and they only get 1 out of it. So that will bring up Al Smith with runners on the corners, and there's a fastball outside, 1-0. This is fouled over to the right side. It's 1-1. Head over to left. That's probably going to be, it is playable for Wilson. He makes the catch for the out. His throw-in was not a great one, but it's cut off, and it's good enough for Mejias to stay at third. So 2 away, and here's Amalfitano. There's a strike to him from Ojeda, and then a ball inside, 1-1. And it's popped up. It's going to be, I think, Santana making that catch for the out. He gets under it, and he grabs it. That ends the inning. And so the Mets get out of that one. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's still 4-0 Houston. Here comes Bob Ojeda, and there goes Bob Ojeda. We're going to bring in Foster. So George Foster, who hit a home run just the other day, come into this game to pinch hit for Ojeda. Ojeda will not get a complete game. He hasn't pitched well. There's a ball outside to Foster, 1-0. It's inside, 2-0. There's a strike, 2-1 the count. Hit foul, 2-2, and that was ball 3 that you swung at, George. 2-2. Swing and a miss, down he goes. 1 away, here comes Dykstra. This is hit over to left field. That's going to hold up. Mejias makes the catch. I'm sorry, Spangler makes the catch. 2 away. Here comes Wilson. There's a strike to Mookie, 0-1. And a strike, changeup, 0-2. There's a ball outside, 1-2. Hit over to left. That's going to be in there for a base hit. No, it's actually Spangler running out there making a leaping grab to end the inning. And so we have to have somebody come in here as a relief pitcher. And I'm trying to think here what exactly it is that we want to do. We're probably going to bring in, I'm thinking Doug Sisk probably is going to come into this game. Trying to think of who's pitched most recently. You know what I like about Diamond Mine Baseball is that it gives you that little thing which tells you who pitched on what day. It makes this decision a lot easier. Trying to do it without that is hard. We go to the top of the 9th inning. It's still 4-0 Houston. Fans are not going to be happy with this. There's a ball inside to Burnett, 1-0 to the pitcher, 2-0, and Sisk not doing very well to impress me. And there's a line drive base hit to center field, so Sisk comes in and gives a base hit to the pitcher. Up comes Bob Lillis. Sisk, by the way, 1-0 is his record, but a 10.38 ERA. That's the reason why I haven't been using him much. He has not pitched well at any point in time. There's a ball outside to Lillis, and then a swing and a miss is 1-1. Hit over to right field and deep, but Strawberry's there. He makes the catch for the out, and there's 1 away. Up now is Bob Aspromonte. Sisk, by the way, has pitched 9 innings total. He's given up 10 earned runs, 16 hits. It's just not particularly good. So here comes Aspromonte, who takes a ball outside, 1-0. There's a strike knee high, 1-1, and the sinker's low, 2-1 the count. Outside, it's 3-1. Swing and a miss, full count now. That's hit foul. Hate to say this about you, Doug, but Sisk in 86 looks like one of the old Mets, like from 81, 82. And there's strike 3 on the outside half. That's 2 away. Here comes Al Spangler. What I mean by that is that he's not quite the same as the other pitchers. There's a ball low to Spangler, 1-0. And there's a strike, 1-1. Fouled away. It's 1-2. Forkball is just low, 2-2. It's hit foul. That's out of play. We don't need to see this long replay. Hit foul again. Still 2-2. Up the middle, and there's nothing that Tuffle can do about it. And so the throw comes in. There's runners on first and second here now for Mejias. And Sisk pops him up. First pitch, it's going to be Carter making this catch for the out. And so now we go now to the bottom of the 9th inning. It'll be Hernandez, Strawberry, and Carter, but we're down by 4. There's a ball low to Hernandez. And a strike. It's 1-1. Inside, 2-1 the count. Foul the way is 2-2. Outside, full count now in Keith. He swung a ball 4 and hits a little fly ball over to center field. Easily for Warwick, and there's one away, and they've done it again. So the computer brings in Don McMahon to get the final 2 outs. This doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, Strawberry is a lefty just as Hernandez was, so I don't understand the logic. There's a reason why in these games I'm tempted to take over the decisions for both teams. It's because these computer managers make bizarre decisions. There's the ball low to Strawberry. We'll refrain from that here. There's another one low and outside, but when I do a full replay with OOTP, we may end up taking the decisions for both teams because this is ridiculous. 2-0 the count now to Strawberry. If foul is 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Swing and a miss, down he goes. That's even more ridiculous. Strawberry strikes out every time he's up. Here comes Gary Carter, the last chance. There's a ball low and inside, and we just can't beat Houston. I don't know what our record head-to-head is against them, but it's not good, I know that. 2-0 the count now to Carter. This is hit over to right field, and that's going to hang up there for Mejias. And that does it. So the Mets lose this game, and that's all she wrote. 4-0 the final score, and the Mets are in a little bit of a problem here. We need wins. We can't afford to keep losing these little games here and there to teams that are in the second division. So we'll see you again tomorrow and see how that one goes. Ojeda ends up with only a second loss. He didn't pitch horribly, I'll tell you that, but there were a lot of errors behind him that didn't help. Talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.